Hello and good morning. Welcome to this channel all about RV lifestyle. I today am going to be talking about tie downs and turnbuckles. So basically what a tie down is, it's an attachment point to your truck. You have 4 of them, and then you put your turnbuckle on your tie down to secure your truck camper. So that, folks, is what we are going to be talking about. For you viewers already, the subscribers, I'm sorry I didn't post a video for a couple days there. My good old buddy came to Whistler, and I was actually going to do a vlog with him there, but there was not very many video-worthy moments, and so I decided not to turn the camera on. I apologize. From here on out, there will be a video either every day or second day, unless I'm way back in the woods and I have no internet. Then it may be a bit longer, but there should be a video every single day or second day. So for those that don't know, this is my truck camper. I live in this thing full-time. It's an Arctic Fox 990, and this is a 1-ton Chevy dually. And so how I secure my truck camper is I have Torklift tie-down mounts. So this is a company called Torklift. There's basically 2 main companies that supply tie-downs and turnbuckles. That is Happijac and Torklift. And today I actually have 2 companies on my truck right now. The tie-downs, the frame-mounted tie-downs, are from Torklift, and then my turnbuckles right here are a Happijac product. The reason that I went with these tie-downs is because these are frame-mounted tie-downs, and they go straight to the frame of your truck. So they're hooked up right to the frame of your truck, and I just feel like it provides a lot of security and strength when you're on those bumpy roads rocking back and forth. So all 4 corners right here, that goes underneath to the frame, and then the back ones go underneath and hook up to the frame. There is one other company that I want to mention briefly, and that is Happijac. Happijac has a tie-down system. It's called a box-mounted tie-down system. And the way it works, I believe, if you want to YouTube it, just type in Happijac tie-down system, and you'll be able to see people installing it. But instead of your tie downs down here, what they do is they come through the front of your box here. So they go in here, and then there's an attachment point out here. Tie downs on the front are frame mounted, and the tie downs on the back, instead of going to your frame underneath, they simply attach to your bumper. Now, I've read a lot of forums online, I've read a lot of people who have that system, and they have big campers like mine, and they say that it's fine, it works great. For me, I just don't know how I feel about attaching something to my bumper, especially with the experiences I've had, the gravel roads, the dirt roads, the turns, sometimes I got to slam on my brakes. I just feel like my tie-down system, the frame-mounted tie-down system, is the way to go. So the next thing that I want to talk about is your turnbuckles, and I'll show you what a turnbuckle is. This is what I have. So this is a turnbuckle right here. It secures your truck camper to your tie-down, or your truck camper to your truck. And there are a few different types of turnbuckles, and I am just going to show you what I have for turnbuckles, and then I'm going to talk about the different options and the proper way that you should secure your truck camper to your truck. I made a couple calls to Happijac and to Torklift, and they actually gave me some information that I didn't know. So here we go. On the front, I have a spring-loaded turnbuckle, which basically means that down here in this chamber, there's a little spring. And what that does is that it gives, see when I pull that? What that does, when you're driving down a bumpy road or taking an extreme turn, drifting your truck camper, that will give, and that causes basically less stress on your mounting point to your camper. So this is the mounting point right here. When I'm bumping around down the road, it's nice to have these spring loaded. so that it gives a little, well, it takes a stress away from this bracket up top here. So I called Torklift and they said, if you have our frame mounted tie down system, which is right here on all 4 corners, you should have spring loaded turnbuckles on all 4 corners as well, which I do not. Okay, so when I bought this, what it came with was simply this turnbuckle. This is an extremely standard turnbuckle. You turn it one way to loosen it, you turn it the other way to tighten it. So it tightens this way. It connects to chain, and then the chain connects to your tie down. So when I bought it, I had these on all 4 corners. And these are fine. If you have a small camper, there's not much force being shifted around. I would say you're okay to just have a standard turnbuckle with no give, no play. But with this setup, this is a 4,500 pound camper with fully loaded. And the only problem with these is that once again, when you're going down a bumpy road, you're causing a lot of stress to this mounting point right here. And I've heard horror stories of driving down in extreme wind and either this turnbuckle snapping and breaking or ripping this mount right out of your truck. And so the reason that you have the spring-loaded turnbuckles is to not do that, okay? So you can roll down the road nice and safe and don't cause any damage to your truck camper. My second phone call was to Happijac, and quite interesting enough, for their setup, for their tie-down setup, remember their tie-down setup is up here in the front and then on the bumper, they recommend 2 front spring-loaded turnbuckles, just like I have, but then they recommend, for the bumper mount, they recommend a cushioned turnbuckle. My guess is that the cushion has a little bit of flex in it, also your bumper has a little bit of flex in it. So they feel like that is the safe, secure option for their setup. Now there's a bunch of forums online. It's kind of whatever you prefer and whatever you think will secure your truck camper properly without doing damage. I've read forums, I've looked at YouTube videos. Where the guy comes back here and you got a little bracket on your bumper and he starts to tighten this turnbuckle and his bumper started to fold right up. And I don't know, it may just be me. Frame mounted all the way. So the reason that I went with the Torklift tie downs is because they're frame mounted, a little bit more expensive, but they are frame mounted. It makes me feel good. And the reason that I went with the Happijac turnbuckles is because they're cheap. This turnbuckle right here, basic spring-loaded turnbuckle, $40. So if you get 4 of them, that's 160 bucks. Now Happijac also has another turnbuckle, a little bit more expensive, and the reason why, same basic design as this, it just has a clamp or a handle on it. So you just hook one end up to your tie down, hook one end up to your tie down, the other up to your truck, and you simply just pull down on the handle and that tightens it. They're called quick load turnbuckles. And for 4 of those, you're looking at about $350. So Torklift has the basic spring-loaded turnbuckle, but they also have this amazing product that everybody talks about, at least if they have a truck camper, and that is a fast gun. And what a fast gun is it's a spring-loaded turnbuckle. It's a little bit longer, so you don't have to mess around with chain when you're securing your camper. It is also a clamp down system, which makes it very simple and quick. You don't have to mess around with screwing this in and tightening it, but it's expensive. They're very expensive. Now, from what I've read, you get what you pay for, but for 4 of their fast guns, you're looking at about $800. Okay, so you get what you pay for, at least that's what I've read. That will be my next purchase for this camper, just to make everything a little bit easier and to have a really solid product holding my camper onto my truck. All right, so I just want to wrap everything up. This is the system I used, and I wanted to share with you guys what my opinion is, and I wanted to share what I learned by calling those two companies. So whatever system that you feel best with, go with that system. In the comment section below, if you have any questions at all, comment and I will answer them. And in the description box, I will link to all the products that I talked about and the products that I use. You can check those out in the description box. Folks, I am off to Victoria in a couple hours. Gonna hop on the ferry, go back to my hometown and my home island, and we are gonna see what kind of adventure and trouble we can get up to there. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and do me a favor, keep living that dream, all right? Till next time, bye-bye.